January 2026 market update. Very excited to kind of talk about the market and the standpoint that we're in right now. If you haven't read, you haven't seen, 2025 was one of the slowest real estate markets nationwide in several decades. Really, really interesting market that we had in 2025. Some of the lowest inventories, but in general, what we saw was such a lack of buyer demand. In my opinion, what we saw was the buyers sitting there watching the news, listening to the Fed updates, the interest rates that were very stagnant. They were pretty much frozen for all of 2025, little into 2024. So what that did, in my opinion, is put all those buyers on the sidelines through let's say like the third quarter to the end fourth quarter of 2025. We saw days on market drastically increasing over and over and over. We saw buyer demand just slip to almost non-existent, especially in the fourth quarter. But now, as we kind of end and wrap up January 2026, I can honestly tell you I've been in this market for almost 16 years. Since 2010, this is one of the busiest and most exciting Januaries that I've had in almost 16 years. Biggest reason I see for that, you've probably seen it on the news, the rates. The rates finally dropped. We've now seen those 30-year fixed rates just below 6, the high 5s, some of the jumbo lows, depending on how much you're putting down, your credit worthiness, we've seen them in the mid 5s. So that not only has increased the buyer demand, they all came back to the table. Our showing activities are through the roof. But you also had all those sellers that were on the sidelines in 2023, 2024, when those rates were 7, 7.5. Now that differential is a lot easier for them to swallow versus, because they're all locked into those 3.5, 4% interest rates. So now when they go up just to 5.5, 6, it makes it a little bit easier for them to take that move. So that's why we're seeing a lot more inventory, a lot more options for the buyers to look at. But these buyers that were sitting on the sidelines, they are out. They are out like bandits, and the market is off to a wonderful start to 2026. So for us, we're very optimistic in our overall outlook for 2026. We're excited and really looking forward to continually giving you these updates for the remaining part of 2026. So have a great year, and we'll see you soon.